Nice different.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Welcome back to Wrestling with Savage here on a Monday night, and we're going to do what I do better than anyone on the internet right now, and that's talk about professional wrestling. We're going to talk about Monday Night Raw, we're going to talk about AEW, we're going to talk about NXT, we're going to talk about that Money in the Bank right up there, we're going to talk about a lot of shit, and we're going to start it off right. There's a lot going on this weekend. I guess I can lower the volume a little bit on this shit. Let's just do that a little better. We're bringing Anthony Loves Wrestling. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
We got a special guest here tonight, but we're going to let him hold back a little tight for a little bit because we got a lot to cover. And we can do it off with... Let's do it off right. Memorial Day weekend, Anthony. We got to spend it at the battlefield, man.
Yeah.
We got to have a good time. We got to watch pro wrestling. We got to see rising stars getting in the ring and doing their thing like Nolan Pierce, Timothy Theory. It's going down, man. J.J. Smith picking up some really big experience here on a pay-per-view. He's only been wrestling 6 months.
A lot of these young wrestlers are really picking up steam right now.
How impressive was this kid?
He really impressive.
Unbelievable. Great wrestling. And Bryce Reedus. I really like Bryce Reedus, man. I think he has just a unique look and a lot of potential. And the main event, look at this. Casey Navarro taking on Encore. And of course, Flip Gordon was there. There he is right there.
Surprise opponent. I marked that when I saw him.
Yeah, I was happy to see him. I was a little bummed out because I wanted to see Jacob too. We didn't get to see him, but it was still good shit, man. Look at Casey Navarro. These are all shots that I took. I was able to take shots, get clips, get videos, do interviews, and we're going to get right back to Double or Nothing. But before we do that, why don't we actually play a couple of videos, Anthony, to show everybody what we were up to this weekend. And first of all, I believe my
I know Savage.
You know Savage? Yeah. That's my cousin. Yeah, he's good. He's very, very, very good. Huh? He's not known by me. What do you mean?
So that's my cousin. My cousin was in Lowell, Massachusetts, outside of Battleground NXT, and he was promoting Wrestling with Savage. That's someone in the line who even said, "This isn't another state. I don't even go to Boston. I know Savage." I'm out there, Anthony. They know the Savage. It's getting known. But here's a clip. I'm going to show you an interview reel. Multiple interviews I did with multiple talents at the Battleground. I don't know if you saw these, Anthony, because I don't think you were with me for any of these. You did?
No, Savage, you're live at the battlefield. I have a wrestling match tonight.
And I'm going to take that tub of lard, Danger Jameson, the #1 pro wrestler.
Fathers, lock your daughters up. V. Marino is headed to Florida.
And I have come here to make BPW the best that it could possibly be.
Sexiest man in pro wrestling today. What do you have planned for Snitsky?
Snitsky! I'm coming for you!
Right, baby. The heart and soul of BPW.
And I want my revenge.
Ox, can I get a question with you? I'm sorry to...
That I'm going to get him for the 1, 2, 3.
I got nothing but superstar potential here.
Battlefield, we are taking over.
Well, you know what, Savage? The baddest in the game here tonight.
Listen, you got primetime heat right here. The GOATs of this game. It is Memorial Day, Sav. We're going to have some burgers. We're going to have some hot dogs.
So, big things coming. Big things coming.
Battlefield with Tiara James making her debut live on pay-per-view.
And speaking of primetime heat, this shirt here, this is a Code Red shirt. Code Red, all right? New shirt. So hit them up on Instagram if you want to pick one up. I am rocking Code Red's merch. Primetime heat, big time potential in the battlefield. I'll go ahead. I'll bring in Travis. What's going on, Travis? Welcome to the show, Wrestling with Savage.
Thanks for having me.
You're going to give us a little update later in the night on your special wrestling skills that you love. You love New Japan Pro Wrestling. We'll talk about that a little later tonight. Real quick, we can get into this. All right, real quick. AEW Double or Nothing coming to you live yesterday. What was it? Yeah, Sunday, May 28th. Believe me and Anthony watched it on the way home from the battlefield. And this is what we saw, Anthony. I mean, you saw more than I saw. I listened to the whole thing, and I caught a couple of parts because obviously when you're driving, you don't want to be watching a pay-per-view going 70 miles an hour. That's not a good idea, Travis.
Well, also, by the way, let's not forget that, Moxie bled like 2 seconds into that match.
That's
Literally.
true. That's true. So what I want to do here is I'm showing the screenshots of what happened. These nice shots, compliments of all AEW.com or wrestling.com, whatever their website is. You go there. These are the pictures from their website. All right. So credit to them and all their photographers. I'll give you my quick take. I was really pissed off actually at some of the results here. Obviously, I wasn't pissed off with MJF, winning the match. I knew that was going to happen. I've been saying that's going to happen for a long time. What I was pissed off about is you only have one opportunity to have a 0 next to how many wins you have. Jade Cargill was something special. You could have done something. You've just done something that you can never take back. You can't take away an undefeated streak. She was on an undefeated streak. There was no reason to have Statlander come out for absolutely no purpose other than a random pop. No storyline, no structure. You could have built this up 3 months, 6 months, made a pay-per-view out of it. You could have did a lot with it. You know what you did with it, Anthony? You flushed it down the damn toilet.
Well, I got my opinion on it.
What's your opinion?
Well, at least Jade Cargill could sit there and say, I am the only woman in professional wrestling that went 60-1 or 61-1 I'm sorry, let me say that again.
I'm going to stop you right there because that shit doesn't even matter.
No, she could say that she's the only woman in professional wrestling history that she had an undefeated streak. Obviously, up until last night.
Undefeated streak.
And if the rumors are true that they're wanting to get her involved in the AEW Women's World title picture, it would make sense. They had to take it off of her somehow. They don't want her holding both belts at the same time.
Okay, I can see that. What I want to know is, what did you guys think about Double or Nothing?
I thought 99% of it was good. The only thing I did not care for was I thought that certain parts of, considering how good Jericho and Cole both are, I was expecting more of a clinic wrestling. I wasn't expecting it to devolve into chains and razor bats and as quickly as it did. But other than that, I still thought it was a good match. I just thought you're talking about two of the most technical wrestlers on the planet, and you're having them do GCW John Moxley stuff.
Okay.
Well, in all fairness, though, too, it is an on-station match. So whatever happens, it's a no disqualification match. So, and you also got to tell a story with that, along with that match. I feel we caught what, like the beginning of that match, Savage, or like the middle.
I don't know, man. I was disappointed in Double or Nothing last night. I didn't think there was good storytelling. Having Luchasaurus out there looking weak, won't be able to. I don't know. There's a lot of different things that bothered me. And the final match, the best thing about that match is when the Young Bucks kicked the shit out of the guy singing the song.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the best part of that match. Because to me, Kenny Omega deserves better. That match could have been better, and the main event should have been MJF. He's your world champion.
Well, I'll be super excited to see Omega highly teased. He said, this was at the end after I went off the air. He said, I've still got some friends and some other promotions. The battle with the Blackpool Combat Club is not over. And a lot of people are thinking, could this segue into our Forbidden Door 2? We're going to see Blackpool Combat Club versus Team Omega in New Japan. And I'm like, I would love to see, after so many years of seeing Okada and Omega on opposite sides, I would love to see them as a tag team.
Okay. Jay, what's going on? I'm trying to fix you right now. I got you. I'm just trying a new layout. We can't hear Jay. We can't hear Jay at all, but that's okay. He can hear us, and that's all that matters. He can't hear nobody. Jay's not even here. All right, let's just pretend he's not even here then. It's okay, Jay. We got an interview coming up with Lloyd over here, June 15th, 10 p.m. That's going to be fun. You are watching the Monday Night Raw Late Night Talk Show, and tomorrow night you can catch NXT, where I will be covering Tiffany Stratton in detail. Tiffany Stratton.
About freaking time.
NXT Women's Champion, and
he earned it.
Absolutely earned it, man. Absolutely earned it. This is Night of Champions. So let's get into Night of Champions before we get into Raw. And then we'll go back to some more upcoming events and all that good shit. Jay, you there yet? Still not there, Jay?
If you guys are going to talk about this, I do not want to talk.
What do you want to talk about?
Not this.
But what was tell me your take on the weekend, man.
You already heard the take. You guys already know how I feel about this shit. So
no, everything. Give it to me. Double or nothing. Was it all shit? What was the match of the weekend?
None.
No, Dragunov and Dijak was the match of the weekend. Come on. It was a good match.
Really?
Yes, it was a good match.
No.
Jay, you're starting to sound like JD from New York.
I will not talk about.
Are you the new Jay from New York now? Just hating on every single aspect of professional wrestling.
No,
From
I'm
Saturday
just
to
keeping it
Sunday
real.
to Monday to Tuesday to what day of the week do you like?
You could talk all about your favorite boy. I will stay out of this.
Who's my favorite boy?
Bye.
Don't you like Tiffany? Is he talking about Seth Rollins? I think he's talking about Seth, Anthony. I think he's talking about Seth.
Are you talking about Seth, Jay?
Talking about Seth?
Don't be talking shit about my boy.
I'm trying all these windows out. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
I like the way this looks. This looks good.
That was another one that surprised me. The Seth and AJ match, good match, but considering who Seth is and who AJ is, I was expecting an instant classic. We got a 4-star match, which is good. But when you have 2 5-star competitors and you get a 4-star match, you're like, well, that was a little disappointing.
Oh, well, listen, Seth Rollins is the best wrestler in the world. It's not even close. He killed it. He's the champion. He deserves to have that championship. I don't care anymore about Roman Reigns and his 2 titles. They don't mean anything to me, all right, because they're bullshit. They're bullshit. Who's he really defending the title against? It's the same dudes. Rollins right now is the best wrestler in the world. To me, Roman Reigns never even beat Seth Rollins clean for the title. There's good storytelling there. They've already planted the seeds for the whole Seth and Roman Reigns business. Listen, Seth Rollins is the best wrestler in the world. Even standing next to an AJ Styles, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Seth Rollins is pound for pound better than Cody Rhodes. He's better than, when it comes to professional wrestling, we're not talking about fighting or UFC or making commercials. Best professional wrestler in the world today, it is Seth freaking Rollins. It's not even close anymore, Jay. It's not even close anymore.
I'm
Anthony,
going to disagree with that.
You can disagree. That's what this show is about.
Honestly, you got to look at Will Ospreay.
Yes.
It's not even close. Stop it. It's not even close.
You're
not even close.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
It's not even close.
Wait a minute.
It's not even close.
You're not telling me.
It's not even close. Not even close. I'll tell you why.
Wait a
you want to know
second.
why? I'll shut it down right now. I'll fix it for you.
Wait.
I'll fill the void There's knowledge you don't get. And I can give it to you right now. Do you want the knowledge? Do you want it? Because I'm about to move on. Unless you want the knowledge. Sure. Knowledge is this. The life that Seth Rollins lives is not the life that Will Ospreay lives. Will Ospreay has a lot of convenience in his life. He works limited dates. He works when he wants to work. He has a lot of time off. He's not on the road. He's not dealing with taxis and airports and hotels and clerks and bullshit and people who work at convenience stores where he wants a Coca-Cola and they can't even serve it to him in a timely manner, man.
Okay. I'm talking in-ring work.
In-ring work? What's wrong with those? Seth Rollins has the best in-ring work. He does it what he needs to do to the limit of his ability so he doesn't get injured ever again. He had a severe knee injury that could have ended his fucking career. He's not going to sit there and do the flippity-floppity, dippity-doppity bullshit that Ospreay does just to get a pop, and eventually it's going to get him fucking hurt. And he won't do it anymore.
The question here becomes, do we have to say best wrestler on the planet? Can we just be honest here and go, okay, let's say Seth Rollins is the absolute best technical wrestler in the world right now. Will Ospreay is the best high flyer in the world right now.
I won't argue that.
Yeah, I've never understood people who break it down because it's like people who used to tell me Bret Hart is the best wrestler of all time.
It's all depending on your definition of professional wrestling. If your definition of professional wrestling takes into account the pop you get from the crowd, okay, then Will Ospreay can't even be compared to Seth Rollins. Because Seth Rollins can go to any arena in the world. He can interrupt a football game, a basketball game, a hockey game. Yeah, it's true. Yo, Jay hates on Seth freaking Rollins. God damn it.
But you are right. He can walk into Wrigley Stadium tomorrow and people will start singing his song.
Jay, do you have any thoughts on the bloodline and what happened between the brothers and the cousins?
Let me get a little real now. This was probably the best thing of the whole weekend, the bloodline, and it continues to get good and good all the time. I call it a switcheroo. So instead of Jay, now it's Jimmy's turn, and I think it's a good filler to have for Money in the Bank. You know, so I think it's good, and it was a great pop.
Sean over here says nobody can get a crowd like Ric Flair. Listen, man, Ric Flair couldn't lace up Seth Rollins' boots.
John Cena.
All right, I'm trolling right now with that one, but listen, that's not the point. Battleground this Sunday, like I said, my cousin, you guys might know him.
I know Savage. You know Savage? Yeah, that's my cousin. Yeah, he's
repping at the front.
Ice Cube. That's
Ice Cube. Ice Cube Jr. over there. So Wesley retains his shit. Okay. We have Noam Dar over here getting the win on
the worst thing I ever saw in my life.
Dragunov and Dijak, I thought, put on the best match of the weekend. I watched it.
Great match.
It was a great match. It was fun and powerful and just good performances by both.
And there were times I genuinely was like, okay, is Dijak going to win? Is Dragunov going to win? Like, I could have seen that going either way.
100%. Gallus got this win. I think we all saw that one coming. Tiffany Stratton, your new NXT Women's Champion.
Why does she look like Natty Hart?
Anthony had a theory over here. Anthony, why don't you tell everybody your little theory? Didn't you say something? You text me something? You said it must be...
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. The light bulb.
Yeah. Sometimes...
It's all right. Let's go. I'm trying to flash out.
So, the end of the episode when Roxanne Perez got beat down, and it was that hooded woman. I forgot Mandy Rose because she got beat. She got beat for the title by Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, she got screwed. Jay, do you think it could be Mandy Rose making a comeback here, or maybe someone she hired? Do you see that? No. Okay.
I don't.
Are you completely unsatisfied with the NXT division right now?
I'll tell you one thing. I'm glad this predictability tournament is finally effing over. As you can see, I was not going to cover it at all because I knew this was going to happen. If you want my take on it, guys, look, that was Tiffany Stratton's best match she has had by far. But do I think she's ready to hold the belt and lead others? No. But who else are we going to give it to?
I mean, there was plenty of options to give it to people.
Like who?
Options.
There's not.
Roxanne, you could have
There's
given
really
it
not.
to Roxanne.
Cora J, Gigi
No.
Dolan.
No.
Sure, why not? Why not?
No.
Why not?
No,
For me,
Gigi-
it's
Come
different
on, I
strategy.
didn't tell you why. Now you see it every week.
Listen,
You
I
saw
know
it last week, right?
Listen, Jay,
Wait, hold on.
here's the
Hold
bottom
on.
line. No, hold on. Because last year you were giving me shit for
the
doing
one
this.
that said Cora J looked so frustrated over Lara? She had to hit her with the chops and everything. Weren't you? That doesn't mean she's ready to be a.
Last year you were giving me shit when I told you Tiffany Stratton is a superstar, and here we are a year later. And I know Anthony remembers. Anthony, haven't I been telling you since day one? When Tiffany is on the screen, it is 100% money. Savage took a look at what Tiffany Stratton presents and what she could be and what she is and what she is becoming. And Jay, you can hate on it, but it's the truth.
I'm not hating.
She's it.
All I'm saying is watch her tape for the last 2-3 months since she's been back. This is by far her best match, but all the other matches have not been that great.
Doesn't mean a thing. It doesn't mean she doesn't have it.
They just have nobody else to give it to.
She's a rookie, bro.
They
She's
do not
a
want to
noob.
give it to Roxanne Perez again because of that scared
she's
injury.
gonna be in
They're scared
5
to give it
years.
to her again. This is the logical choice.
I know Travis knows. Travis, how good is she going to be in 5 years?
One, I think she's going to be great. And two, the only thing I'm going to say about this, Jay, is you're going, this is her best match. It could be her breakout match. Absolutely. But you got to remember, there was a time, because I've been watching New Japan for years, there was a time when people were like, who's this dude who betrayed AJ Styles? Kenny Omega? He's a nobody. We've never heard of him. He means nothing. He started having breakout matches. I think this could be the same for Tiffany Stratton. This could be where she starts to become a major superstar.
She already is a major superstar. I've been saying it. Braun Breaker, it looks like he's going to beat Wesley here, but no, Wesley pins Braun Breaker.
You mean,
Carmelo Hayes?
Yeah.
Well, Wesley, Carmelo Hayes. I don't know, man.
Kind of confused.
I am definitely confused over there, but Carmelo Hayes is still your NXT champion.
Yeah, a second ago when you said the thing about they could
too many wrestlers,
Jesse Jane or Gigi Dolan, did I miss something? I thought they were having a match this weekend, and I just
who gives a shit?
Nobody wants
to
see
shit.
it.
Who gives a shit? Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes. Any thoughts, Jay?
I'm gonna tell you this: from the first match they had and this match, this is an improvement by far. But it wasn't the cleanest and it wasn't the smoothest. That's all I'll say. I'll say also this: that Braun Breaker was more impressive in my eyes in every spot and every move he did that night, more than Carmelo Hayes. And I don't know if it was nerves on Hayes again, but just wasn't adding up. But that's all I'll say. Definitely
I think
improvement.
Breaker's ready for the main roster. Would y'all
Absolutely.
agree?
After that match that we watched, absolutely. But it was an improvement, Travis, but it wasn't still the best.
Okay.
Definitely.
What else do we got over here? Oh, it's Mr. Monday Night now.
That's
the new
your
Mr.
boy.
Monday,
That's your boy,
Monday
man.
Rollins over here opens up the night on Monday Night Raw, coming out with a fresh shirt, fresh title. He is your new World Heavyweight Champion. AJ Styles comes out. I was thinking we were going to see another match between them, but turns out AJ wants to be friends and says that Rollins doesn't deserve it, but he's earned it. He's earned his respect. We didn't get a heel turn. We didn't get a Bullet Club. We got a tag team match at the end of the night between AJ, Seth Rollins, and the Judgment Day. You have to stick around to see who from the Judgment Day was in the match, but they're there. They're going to come out. They're going to talk some shit. Finn Balor says the whole thing.
I thought this was great.
Finn Balor thinks the whole thing's going to make him sick. Go ahead,
yeah, that whole thing when they came out and how he was acting like he wanted to throw up. Like, I thought that was great.
It was.
I thought that was this whole segment was just, I'm going to say this right now. This is the first time I was entertained with Raw since the first episode of Triple H this past September or October. I don't remember, but this was a very good episode of Raw to me.
This promo before AJ even got out there, one of the best promos in a long time, because you could tell Seth was believing every word he said when he was like, you know what? I have this title. This is going to be your title on Raw. This is going to be what you want to watch. This is the new A championship. And you can tell Seth honestly believes it. He's like, this title is going to be more important than anything Roman's doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly disagree with you because I think Raw is the A show.
Yeah, it is. It always will be.
They just have to get Trish Stratus off my fucking TV.
Yeah, that I'll agree.
Okay, well, let's.
Now,
keep
I
it
do want
rocking.
to see Zoe Starks. I like Zoe Starks.
You're going to see Zoe Starks in a couple of minutes, but we have Adam Pearce over here.
This was great, too.
Thing. Adam Pearce is good. He does his thing. Miz is actually wrestling tonight in a professional wrestling match, doing moves, looking good. I mean, I love this match. I thought it was fantastic.
That was a
Miz,
solid match.
Very innovative.
Great match.
You know, excellent ability, man. Beautiful cold breaker off
Miz
the ropes
is
like
the
that.
most consistently underrated superstar. People think, oh, Miz, he only wrestles once or twice. Well, it's like, well, have you seen how good his matches are? He only needs.
He's not underrated. He's underappreciated.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
No, it's all good.
But that's the problem. Is that they should be putting him in a feud. Give him some TV time, more TV time than what he's getting. Don't put him in a 4-minute match and then be like, okay, that's it for him for like the month. It's like, no, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more from him.
Do you want to see more Becky Lynch or Zoe Stark?
I want to see a feud with them two. Get Trish Stratus out of here. Fire her.
No. Listen, I will give Trish. I will give Trish her flowers, man. She had her little moment in the sun, and now it's all about Zoe Stark. Whether you like it or not, Trish Stratus pairing herself with Zoe Stark.
Nick, I want you to understand something, okay? Understand one fucking thing.
All right, leave Mick alone. Mick did nothing to you. Calm down with Mick. Don't worry about Mick. Don't worry about the chat.
But it's just like it's all right. I'm going to have my opinion, Mick. Whether you like it or not, I could genuinely give a shit.
Anthony, who's on the show? Is Mick on the show or are you on the show?
No, but
he can't control what you say, but unless you let him, which is what's happening.
No, but I'm putting an end to it. He could either like it or not. I don't care. I have my opinion about it. She was when she was on Raw in the Attitude Era. I had a lot of respect for her. That match with Lita was great. I don't know why I'm seeing her on my TV again at the age of fucking 75.
All right, she's not 75. This was actually a well-done segment. They beat the shit out of Becky Lynch, and it put over Zoe Stark as a bad guy, as a heel, what people were booing, and that's what they were going for. Trish right now, like you said, get her off TV. Guess what? I mean, she has heat. She's heat. She's a heat magnet. So you stick her with your next heater. Right now, Trish, in the business, it's called a heater. Matt Cardona's got a heater, and now Zoe Stark's got a heater.
Okay, wait a minute.
Her heater is Trish Stratus.
Wait a minute.
Just like Rhea Ripley's got Dom Dom.
Hold on.
Rhea Ripley's got Dom Dom. That's her heater.
Wait a second. Cardona does not need no fucking heater. Cardona has his own.
He has one now, though. He has one that gets a lot of heat. Just because you don't know her well doesn't mean she's not famous in other countries. Cardona wrestles in
She was in NXT. She was in NXT before.
Hey, Savage. Okay, question for you. What you were saying a minute ago, Trish Stratus has heat. Yes, but is it heat? We hate you. You're a villain, or even though I love him,
heat is heat. It doesn't matter. If someone doesn't like you, it's heat. If someone hates you, it's heat. If someone wants to kill you, it's heat. Heat is heat. There's levels of heat, but heat is heat, and that's what she is. She's heat. She's gonna get boos. At the end of the day, that's what translates. What are the fans reacting? What are they doing? If you're not getting any kind of reaction, you're nothing. At least she's getting booed right now. Do I want to see her on TV more? Probably not. But I'm not gonna. I love Zoe Stark so much that this is like they really like her. They're trying to get her over. Wait a minute.
You're telling me that she needed a heat in NXT? I
to
don't
come
think
to not an NXT, but this is now WWE. You're trying to present her to a broader audience who
You
don't
don't
watch
need-
NXT. Anthony, they're not trying to present her as an NXT superstar. They're trying to
hold on.
present her as someone
Wait a
that's
second.
standing next to a Hall of Famer.
Wait a second. She don't need to be standing next to fucking no one.
They're doing her a favor.
She can. I feel she could do the job on her own by getting over as a heel. I really
It's
do.
like having a speed pass. You get it? It's not permanent.
Didn't she
But
say
she's
that?
good enough.
Didn't she say that in her promo? I could have taken the hard way, worked for years, but instead I've taken the fast pass. She's even making that part of her promo.
It's beautiful. It's organic. They probably just thought of it the other day. Like, Trish, your time's running out. You know, do you want to do something else? And they probably asked her, is there someone you want to put over, maybe work with? And maybe she said Zoe Stark. Or Triple H went up to her and said, hey, you want to put Zoe Stark over and work another 6 weeks? 8 weeks, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is. You know why? Because I'm not there in the locker room hearing the conversation. Just like JD from New York or anybody else that sits on here on YouTube and tells you what's happening in the world of professional wrestling. Unless they're in the fucking locker room or the office.
Well, hold on. JD's got sources in that place.
Shut the fuck up. You know what his sources are? His sources are the same sources that are sitting in my fucking toilet. Full of fucking shit. Shut the fuck up with your fucking source. Everybody's got a fucking source. Jay over here's got sources since fucking day one. First episode.
They're always right. And they're always right.
I don't know about that. I got a lot of shit. Now, I like JD from New York. You know why? I respect that guy. Anybody that's done what he's done, and I want to go on record here because actually I'm trying to get in contact with JD from New York. I believe we need to collaborate. I believe he needs to come on my show. I need to go on his show. And, you know, not all the time, you know, but I think we should have a small little collab. JD from New York should get to know Wrestling with Savage because Wrestling with Savage is out there doing the work that I don't see anybody else doing. Anthony's doing work too. Anthony filmed his first goddamn pay-per-view yesterday, Jay. Cameraman for a fucking pay-per-view.
I think we need to post what Mick said. Let's just post that up on the screen.
What's that? What do you say? What do you say now?
Yeah, that's why I'm on here and you're not, Mick, right?
I sent him the link. He never comes on. Smoking's bad for you. I do not condone it or endorse it. Don't ban me from YouTube for it. Okay, so here we go. I want to keep the shit real, man. I am a smoker. I'm a degenerate fucking smoker. It is what it is. I want this show to become more real. I want this show to become more real. I might even just start streaming at 8 o'clock from now on and say fuck you to everybody. Just start streaming 8 o'clock all the way up till fucking 11:30, maybe 11:45, and just end it. Jeez. Or maybe then I'll just start playing AEW Fight Forever, and I'll keep going till 2 in the morning. I'm gonna take over this YouTube shit.
No,
I'm
Savage.
not even close to being done, Jake.
Savage.
So upset about it.
Savage, you're actually saying the game wrong. It's Wait Forever.
Okay.
Now that it has a date.
It has a date, though. I'm able to buy it. I'm able to play it. I will be playing it on the Xbox One.
I already pre-ordered my premium edition, so.
Premium edition. They should have had a special limited edition. Should have came with some cool shit.
This one does. It comes with what is it? It's like a signed lithograph of Kenny Omega, and you know, just the average collector stuff. Stuff that's just you're gonna put it somewhere and it's gonna sit there. But
I want to put this out there on the record too, and this is a fact, and I'm sure Jay can attest to this. All right, if I could be in a studio where I could smoke in a bong for 3 hours straight during Monday Night Raw, and then just stream live play-by-play, there is no one on the earth that would do it better than me. 100%. At least not with the same level of commitment, passion, education that I have about the business, dedication. I would get so into it, I would fine-tune it. God damn it, man. God damn it. In this year, indestructible. They're going to be one of the best tag teams this company's ever had. for a long time. I'm going to knock on wood right now that they never get fucking injured. They never get hurt. They have a great
Yes, absolutely.
money-making career.
Don't get injured, because I get serious before they got injured AOP vibes from these guys. And I'm like, that to this day, AOP never getting the push he deserved is one of the things I absolutely hated.
I'm just so happy to see him this year here. And it's nice, Jay. We were watching NXT for so long last year. We saw so many of these different wrestlers. And, you know, they've all turned into like different stars now. And they're all on the main roster.
They're not ready.
You know,
they're not ready.
Some of them are.
No.
You don't think in this year's ready?
No. I heard that said calling spots right there on the ring apron when he was trying to suplex.
So because they're calling spots and they're not trying to kill each other?
Yes, I heard it on the hard cam. I don't think they're ready, guys. I don't see it right now.
The only way that calling spot shit, the only way the
think
calling spot stuff goes away is if they rehearse.
Look,
and the WWE schedule is so
even
hectic.
What they're doing is basically the same thing they're doing what they did when they introduced us to Veer. A few squash matches to make them all powerful, and then what happens? We forget about them.
I'm not forgetting about them. No, I think they're awesome. They're gonna have their run.
No, it's gonna be a run of squash matches. I agree.
They're gonna have their run. They want to remind us about the Tribal Chief having the worst day of his life. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens cutting a promo, going in. Going to get interrupted by Imperium, and they're out here. They want the bald guy Giovanni Vinci to talk because he never talks, but he doesn't talk. Alpha Academy comes out to the ring. Chad Gable going off, telling everybody to shush and all that good stuff. KO loves
that
it.
was a very good segment.
This was all fun and games. Ha ha he he.
That was, I think, it was, yeah.
Look, Kevin Owens is sleeping.
I enjoyed it.
Kevin Owens is sleeping, Jay.
That's just his natural face.
Imperium.
That's what I wanted. That is what I wanted. I have been saying since they got up to the main roster, I'm like, where is the Imperium that I fell in love with in NXT? Where were the dominant Kaiser and Vinci or Fabian Eichner or whatever you wanted to call them?
Baldy?
They went on a massive tear in NXT to the point where, I'm wearing them, but the freaking Undisputed Era couldn't stop them. And then they get to the main roster and it's nothing.
Like I said, Battlefield was fun yesterday. I'll be there again next month. Here's just one more clip.
By the way, Phil Insane is facing Joey Martinez June 11th.
Yeah, I already knew that before it even happened. But thank you for informing the Savage Kingdom. We appreciate you. Now enjoy this video.
Savage live here at the Battlefield tonight on the Premier Streaming Network. The superstars of the Battlefield are going to walk up this ramp and they're going to get in this ring right here. And they're going to do what they do best, which is get in the ring and put on the best professional wrestling that you can. Now, Anthony, get your ass in here right now. Get your ass in this ring and clean down my suit because I am the Savage. I am here at the Battlefield to bring you the news, to bring you the scoop, and to bring you the stories of the superstars of the Battlefield live here in Blyheadsville, Pennsylvania, live on pay-per-view. And make sure you sign up to the Premier Streaming Network. Anthony, what are you doing? Get the back, man. Get my back right now. All the way around. Only the best for Savage and only the best for the Battlefield.
You heard that, Anthony? I called you the best. Only the best for the Battlefield.
I love the little clip on the tie, like just really driving home that I'm a heel douchebag. I love it.
Absolutely, yes. We get a little confrontation here. Damage
this
control.
was also good, surprisingly.
I thought Raquel looked amazing tonight in this match right here. I knew who was going to win. Obviously, I think we all.
I mean, I don't think anyone was surprised by that outcome.
No, Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville had a moment where I thought they were going to maybe pick up the win. I was like, oh, that's interesting. That didn't happen, but it was all about this, ladies and gentlemen. The Women's Tag Team Championships, okay? They're on the line. Bottom line is this. Raquel looked fantastic. She was kicking a lot of ass. The match itself was actually good. The only thing I don't like about matches like this, I feel like Fatal 4-Ways. Everybody should be in the ring. This wasn't. But There you go.
Raquel has come a really long way from NXT. I remember watching her in NXT and be like, she is incredibly rough. And now
she's awesome.
Looks good. Like most of what she does.
Even Bayley killing it in this match, man. The beautiful elbow drop off the top rope. These ladies had their moment in the ring where they looked good. Shotzi looked good tonight. She didn't make a lot of mistakes like she normally does, but she did tap out to Ronda Rousey, and that makes them the new women's tag team champions. And the interview lady messed up in the back. Jay, I'm sure you picked up on that when she said you guys won them again, right? Ronda was like, I've never won them.
The fact that this is Baszler's first title on the main roster is astounding to me. Like, it just makes no sense.
Well, after that performance at the Elimination Chamber, I thought she was going straight to the moon, but Vince had other plans. But they're getting a run now, but we'll see. To me, it's like, how'd they even earn this title shot?
Vince McMahon pulling a freaking Charlotte Flair. That's what's going on.
Look at this. Two of the greatest wrestlers walking the earth.
I had to double take just now. For a minute, I was like, wait. What happened? Why is AJ talking to Joe Hendry?
Look at this. These two could be tag team champions if they wanted to. JD McDonough.
Terrible. Great wrestler. Terrible match ending, whatever you want to call it. Like, that benefited nobody. It felt like it was just a gigantic time filler.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that one.
I disagree heavily with you guys. I think
Dolph Ziggler's a legend, and JD McDonough tried to hurt him.
I'm gonna disagree with what you guys say. I'm gonna tell you why. This was not a match. This was basically the same thing they did when they introduced him to us in NXT, showing off his aggressiveness, and that's what his whole character is about. I thought this was played perfectly, to be honest. It was just to show an example. Get him in a little bit of heel, and that's it. That's his whole persona. Aggressive.
I 100% agree.
But here's my thing. I want to see this guy in his first feud.
Yeah, this is it right here. They're gonna have a feud. They're gonna have a banger of a match eventually, but they're not gonna give it away on Monday Night Raw. They're gonna put it on a pay-per-view, and it's gonna be a banger.
Gotta build it.
And JD McDonough is gonna win. This is how you tell a story. So you guys are like, this match, this whole match has now set up what you wanted, which is a feud, and it's going to set up the potential for a banger match down the line. Dolph Ziggler versus JD
Dolph Ziggler is
funny.
I'm not knocking him. I'm knocking whoever fucking writes this bullshit. Why is Dolph Ziggler a fucking jobber to half of these wrestlers?
That's his
I don't like
it, man.
I don't like it.
I don't know what he did, or maybe it's just not in the stars, man.
Vince,
I don't know.
McMahon. That
maybe
fucking old fuck.
Well, listen, if you could put Dolph Ziggler with anybody,
they made him a world champion.
Somebody you would like. The storyline would be good there. Doesn't matter. I can't put it with Seth Rollins.
Dolph is very good at showing here's what this opponent is capable of. He isn't. I hate saying this, but for all intents and purposes, he's an enhancement talent.
I think everybody has their run, and Ziggler just ran out.
Look at Cody over there, all damaged up. He's coming out to the ring to cut a promo and let everybody know that he wants to fight Brock Lesnar again. And if Brock doesn't want to fight him, then Brock is he's scared of Cody Rhodes. He's scared of me. Scared of Cody Rhodes. Let me tell you something. Hold on. No, I'm going to go off on this one. Anybody who hates on any of this, you're wrong. There's no reason to hate on any of this, and I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, this is all a time filler for Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is the only person who should even be considered to beat Roman Reigns, whether it's next year or in 4 years. So, how do you do that? You waste a lot of time with these 3 off matches, and that's what's going to happen. We're going to get another match with Brock Lesnar. We might even get a 4th match. We might even get a 5th match. Do not be shocked, gentlemen, if these guys fight once a month for the next year.
What do we think this 3rd match will be? Do you think they're going to go, okay, so we had Cody win 1, we had this, now we got to, since it's 1-1, we got to have a definitive, it's got to be a last man standing or falls count anywhere. Do you think this is going to be, 3rd match is going to be a gimmick match, or do you think it will just be another one-on-one?
If it takes place, it will take place at SummerSlam. There's no way you're gonna book Cody right now to have a match with him with that.
Not till not till he's better. Yeah, 100%.
There's no way.
It will be
what happened at SummerSlam, but
So
that's
he's gonna miss Money in the Bank.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think he's gonna have nothing to do with Money in the Bank.
Can we all talk about the
like
fact?
I said, they're trying to fill time, man.
Let's say
They're
something.
trying to fill voids. In the
I think I forgot to say this from the beginning of the show. Can we all talk about the fact that AJ Styles is SmackDown and he's on Raw, and we had this stupid draft about a month ago about Raw being Raw and SmackDown.
The draft doesn't mean shit, Jay.
And we're doing the same crap, and everybody's forgetting about it. I mean,
it doesn't mean shit.
That's why I wanted Styles to win the freaking belt, but. Hey.
I mean, I'm sure Styles didn't win the belt because Triple H won it on Seth.
Agreed.
And listen, let's be honest, Seth has earned that title. All right.
Look, I definitely strong promo. I just don't want to see a third Cody Brock Lesnar. I'm sorry.
Gunther over here planting the seed. He wants Riddle to win the Money in the Bank briefcase so that he could challenge him for the Intercontinental Championship. Do we like this?
I'm sick to death of Riddle. He is, for me, he is a less entertaining Rob Van Dam.
Good take, Jay.
I liked it. You're right about planting the seeds. There's been a rumor for a minute, so I would like to see this match, to be honest.
Anthony?
I'm in agreement. I want to see this match.
I think, listen, we may hate Riddle, but the boy can go.
Riddle.
When he gets upset,
you could resurrect Riddle, to be honest.
When he gets upset, he can go. I've seen him have matches in NXT that put everything he's done in WWE to shame.
Hey, let's face it. Riddle was main eventing every single Raw, either with Randy Orton or not, and before he did that stupid thing. But this could resurrect him.
We're going to find out. They want to remind us again, we have new women's tag team champions interview in the back. They made the mistake over there. And then we get the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Bronson Reed.
Man.
And to me, this was the match of the night. I thought they killed it. That Kinshasa and Bronson Reed was hard-hitting me to the face. And they got the winner right on this. Because Bronson Reed is a monster.
Disagree.
But listen, Bronson Reed's a monster. Shinsuke Nakamura won the Royal Rumble, Travis. He won the Royal Rumble, and he never got the proper push. Now that Triple H is at the helm, I would love to see a program between Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth Rollins.
You actually make a good point. He won the Royal Rumble, never got the push he did. So the question here becomes, it's like, okay, do we have a great Shinsuke Nakamura push at the cost of a Bronson Reed push? I hope that
Bronson Reed, he just got there and he had a hell of a match with a hell of a competitor. So at this point in time, he's in the eyes of the fans, he's like a competitor.
He did look good. I will give him that.
He's someone that can go. He could have easily won this match. That's how they made it
match.
look.
It did. There were times where you really thought it could have gone either way.
Bronson Reed can go off any time, man.
I think Jay's got something.
Jay's always got something.
Always got something. Thank you, Travis. Thank you. I'm going to say this. I think it was a competitive match, but I'm at a toss, guys. Do I want Nakamura to win? Do I want Reed to win? Travis was hitting right there. If you just listen to him, he was hitting everything on the money. Reed has been booked so strongly in our eyes. I mean, for God's sakes, he was fighting freaking Lashley and beat him. To have him lose, I don't know if I like it or not, because I do want to see Nakamura get a win, but then again, look what you just did to Reed, right?
That's why it works, Jay, because like you see this guy booked so strongly. They might have booked him that strongly for so long in plans to say, okay, after this point, Nakamura is going to beat you to qualify Money in the Bank, because we want to take Nakamura from where he is right now, and we want to bring him up in the fans' minds that he's a little more powerful than you may have thought, because he was able to defeat Bronson Reed. It's a great way to take someone's career and put it back on track. Bronson Reed will have a bright future.
Look, Nakamura lost twice before he won this match, so I can't. I'm listening to what you're saying, but I can't take it seriously.
I'll tell you what you will take serious: the banger that Shinsuke and Seth Rollins potentially could put on if Nakamura takes that Money in the Bank and then uses it to cash in on Rollins. I wouldn't mind seeing a Japanese mafia coming into Raw. Nakamura coming out with suits.
Do we want to rush this, or do we just want to
slow? No, I think slow. Asuka's the champion. What if there's a connection there between Asuka
Which, by the way, we didn't see Asuka tonight, did we?
You know, at one point in time in New Japan, Shinsuke was the leader of a group called Chaos that was basically the Japanese answer to the invading Bullet Club. You could do something like that. You could have Shinsuke be like, hey, I've led a faction before. Time to lead another one.
Travis, go off right now on New Japan. It's all you.
So,
update.
It was a very good. So what's been going on lately has been the best of the Super Junior heavyweights, which if you haven't ever seen it, that's basically, it's almost kind of like their cruiserweight division. Very good matches, very high flying, great. Sonata has become IWGP heavyweight champion, which was absolutely surprising to me. I never thought they were going to put it on him. It's been an interesting time, mostly because of the changing of the guard. Jay White's gone, Rock Hard Juice Robinson's gone. They're getting ready for, a lot of people think they're getting ready for Forbidden Door 2, and it's like, okay, what are we going to do? Because if we have the title on Omega, we can go, oh, look, Omega's representing New Japan IWGP US Championship. If they have it on one of their homegrown stars, a lot of American audiences are going to be like, okay, Japanese star, cool. Which is a shame because, like, you're seeing it there. David Finlay, he's Fit Finlay's son, one of the absolute best I've ever seen in the ring. Absolutely understands exactly the role he needs to play. It's been good because on the one hand, I love Jay White. Absolutely one of the biggest Jay White fans you'll ever see. But I will admit, he was pushed to the degree it was like, okay, there are people that are in the Bullet Club that are not being pushed to the same degree. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. I just saw it a second ago. One of the best things about New Japan Pro Wrestling, they do put a limitation on how much Mox is allowed to bleed. Every once in a while, they're like, okay, enough blood. Let's get it cleaned up. We don't need this to be a Wes Craven horror movie, which is good because I died laughing at the media scrum when MJF was asked, would you ever have a rematch with Jon Moxley? And he responded with, why the hell would I want to roll around in Jon Moxley's blood for an hour and a half? And I was like, legitimately, I can see why people do not want to work with Moxley. It's going to devolve into a blood spot at some point, and just some wrestlers are like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to showcase my talent.
Okay, anything we should be looking forward to for New Japan? Is there a pay-per-view coming up?
The next big pay-per-view is going to be, I think, Dominion, where the biggest rumored match for it right now is Sonata, who's the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, versus Zack Sabre Jr. And if that is true, that will be a phenomenal match because both are technician wrestlers, and Zack Sabre Jr. is a guy that even Bryan Danielson has said is one of the best technicians on the planet. Somebody asked him in an interview, they said, who wins, Zack Sabre Jr. or Daniel Bryan? He said, actually, that could go either way.
Anthony, welcome back. How you doing, buddy? Anthony's busy.
No, I just had to lay back for a minute. My back hurts.
Yeah, my back hurts too from fucking driving everywhere. Late night talk show. That's what this is. Shinsuke Nakamura, though, picking up the big win. Like I said, it's going to retrack his career.
I legit thought this was going to be a squash match. I was like, oh, shit, really? Are we really?
Oh, this was a good match. It was your favorite match of the night.
Actually, mine was the Judgment Day and Rollins and AJ match. I thought that was a good match.
The reason, and I'll say this real quick, going back to when I said I don't want them to bury Reed to get Shinsuke's push. The reason I worry about this is because look at what happened. Oh, we're going to bring Karrion Kross back and we're going to push him until it's Drew McIntyre. We're going to bring this guy in and push him until this bigger guy comes. We have seen WWE be afraid to pull the trigger on things they should have. I was telling my friends when he came back, I was like, watch, Karrion Kross is going to be challenging Roman, and he won't win, but he'll be presented as a little legitimate threat, and they've made it into. I am so hating myself for about to say this, but I don't think he's in any better position than he was when he was wearing the Gimp mask.
You're not wrong, but who cares about Karrion Kross? He's not even on the screen. You're wasting everybody's time talking about some guy who nobody gives a shit about. They fly him into Crown Jewel, or whatever the fuck the name of that pay-per-view was, just so he can be there and watch everybody else have a match?
But that's my point. What happens if they do the same thing to Reed because they go, well, we tried to do something with him, and Shinsuke, we got to push him now. I don't want to see Reed.
What happens is you're going to come on this show and you're going to bitch about it. That's what's going to happen.
Reed passed the test and Kross failed. I feel like they gave everybody opportunity, but then when you see it, it's a failure.
Hey, man.
That second match with Drew and Kross, that was a failure, big time.
Oh, yeah.
You're not wrong there, man.
It was a failure and didn't get nobody over.
Nakamura got the opportunity tonight, though. He's going to be in that Money in the Bank briefcase match. And tonight, main event, Seth Rollins looking like $1 million. And we think it's going to be Dom and Damian, but Dom's just...
That was good.
This was great. That was good. This whole match was absolutely beautifully done. Damian Priest looked like a boss tonight.
Damian is a future world heavy. I don't know if it'll be Universal or this new title they introduced, but he's a future world champion. And if they don't do that, there's something incredibly wrong with them.
I'm not going to disagree with you, but I also said the same thing about Corbin, and I still say the same thing. I think Corbin's going to come back one day and have his run.
He should have.
Razor's Edge here.
His run is going to be
landed on AJ Styles with perfection. Seth Rollins with a curb stomp, and no one is able to help out. It's over, man. They win the match. That is the end of the show.
That Razor's Edge on Styles, go back and watch it. There was a time where I was legitimately kind of worried. The way he landed did not look the way you're supposed to land on Razor's Edge, so I was worried. I'm like, oh God, please don't let this be yet another person getting a concussion, because I'm so tired of seeing great people getting taken out by that.
No concussion. You don't got to worry. Tomorrow night, NXT. Jay, you watching?
I'm watching. I'm back to cover this. I'll be here.
All right, Jay's back on NXT duty. We might have a couple of special people with us tomorrow to be talking about NXT with us. We are going to bring them, man. And then, of course, Wednesday night, we do Dynamite, AEW. This is a late-night talk show. That's why it's in big, bold words. I really want to get that out there on all the thumbnails. People understand it. This is a late-night talk show. But we might have to change it to a live play-by-play show, too, or something. I don't know, man.
I'm excited. I think I am more excited for this AEW than I have been for a while.
What are you excited about?
Why is that?
MJF?
One, I am glad to see Statlander back from injury. Whether she was the right person to take it off Jade or not, that's a whole other story. But I do like Statlander. I am glad to see her back from injury.
Save it, man. You're excited. That's all that matters. You can talk about it on Wednesday night, man, if you want.
I'll be here.
If you want. Lloyd is going to be on this channel June 15th, 10 p.m. interview with Samoan Dynasty, someone that I heard is going to be heading to WWE Creative. Maybe he can help bring in some more Samoans because they're going to need it if the bloodline's breaking apart like this. Wrestle Bash, I will be there. Gilch will be there. I believe Anthony's going to be there.
Yep.
Haku's going to be there. The Chainsaw Queen Black Dahlia will be there. And it's going down live. You can meet Jacob Fatu, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Doubletree by Hilton, Fairfield, New Jersey. Mail-in orders are welcome. So if you are interested in having something signed by Haku or Black Dahlia, hit me up, message me, DM me. I mean, if you can't find me on social media, then I don't want to talk to you because honestly, it's the same name on every goddamn social except Twitter. But if you go to my website, you can get the link to everything, all right? Just use your brain. God gave it to you for a reason. Whether it runs slow, fast, medium paced, whatever it is, use it. Jimmy Hart going to be at Legends Fan Fest. September 16th, 2023, this year. I will be with him for 3 days. We're going to get a lot of content there. It's going to be awesome. Chop City Wrestling is a sponsor of Wrestling with Savage. They take chops to get donations for Connor's cure. They're a good dude. Go follow them on youtube.com/chopcitywrestling9630. That's Ryan right there. He's a good dude. Go follow him. Then go follow my cousin Cri Text. He's also another sponsor of the show. New album, Justified Homicides. Pick it up today. Cream of the Crop was yesterday. You can watch it anytime on the Premier Streaming Network. One of the best deals in professional wrestling. I now sponsor Outlaw Wrestling, and in June we have 3 shows. We got one on the 8th. I believe we're going to see Tina San Antonio there, wrestling Shaza McKenzie. That's going to be going down on the 8th, and then we got another show in Long Island on the 29th, and back in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn on the 30th. So a lot going on with Outlaw Wrestling. You can get all the information on my website. A lot of shit going on. A lot of wrestling.
A lot of wrestling.
You smell nice. All right. Just to remind everybody, the champion of AEW thinks I smell nice. It's a good clip. Quick.
Just his face. Just his face. He says it, and then it's just like, all right, leave me the fuck alone.
Absolutely.
That man, I swear to you, that man, MJF, he must have been born flipping off the doctors, because he is like the most natural heel. I've met him in real life, and he will joke with you and have fun, but the whole time you're just thinking, God, that dude is an asshole. And it's like, that's what he wants you to think.
I put together a highlight reel of some of the action yesterday at Cream of the Crop. It's like a minute long or something like that. It was a good show. If you want, you can watch the replay anytime on the Premier Streaming Network. Sign up today. That was just a little glimpse. There was way more matches, stuff that I didn't get footage of. I have a lot of content that I'm going to be busting out throughout the month. Little samples here and there. We can't give it all away because we want you to go pay for it at the damn Premier Network. Go sign up. It's the best deal in pro wrestling right now. You get access to House of Glory, Impact, anything Cardona does. Promotions in Alaska, in England, in Europe, all over the country, all over the world. You're getting pro wrestling live all the time, pay-per-views. For what, $10 a month? It's not bad. It's not bad. You don't even get Monday Night Raw on Peacock for $10 a month. Just saying. So tomorrow night, NXT, we will be live. Anybody else have anything to say about Monday Night Raw? Would you call it a good show? Would you rate it? Would you give it a score? Does anybody want to Dave Meltzer that shit?
B+.
B+? Okay, I like the grading.
Like a C?
No, I'm actually going to be nice tonight. I'm going to give it an A-.
I thought it was very.
I'll see you next time.
I think it was very well done tonight. A lot of characters tonight got good progression storyline wise. They put some people back on the right track for stardom, like Shinsuke Nakamura. That was the right decision. Letting Miz wrestle on TV and just looking good was the right decision.
Besides that head scissors, that was horrible. Go ahead.
Let him live, man. Why you gotta
horrible.
shit on his
He
head
did that.
scissors?
Go ahead.
How many head scissors do you think the Miz has done in the last 2 years? I mean,
Exactly. You should never have done it in the first place.
it's probably like his first head scissors since like 2012. Triple H, what are you doing over there? I mean, I liked it. I'm not going to complain about it. It was more fun than last week's Raw.
Well, it was a Triple H show. I'll say that.
Oh, 100%.
Especially with the 4-way. I mean, I never saw Raquel just being in that whole match and just seeing her throughout the whole match.
No,
I never saw anybody else. It was all her.
This was also the first time where we didn't see like Raquel Rodriguez like in an interview smiling, being a good guy. It was like when she was backstage doing that backstage interview with Bailey. I was like, oh shit, wait a minute, what are they doing here? Like, are they actually presenting her to be like a serious?
It's always
bitch
weird. It's always weird when they're a heel for like their entire NXT run. They bring them to the main roster. They're like, oh, this guy, like, I remember this with Robert Roode. Oh man, he'll be such a great face. And I was like, did you not watch his NXT run at all? Like, why would you make that man a face? I feel the same thing with Raquel. I'm like, I never understood like why they brought her in as a face. I was like, she should have been a heel.
Overall, I think there was too much wrestling this weekend. It's crazy that anybody could watch all of it and process all of it. I still have to watch. I want to watch AEW all over again because I didn't get to. I watched it, but I didn't really get to watch it because I'm driving, like I said. So I want to really watch it.
Send me that link.
What link, man? What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about right now?
I want to say one thing. The best call-up.
Just shut the fuck up before I come through this fucking TV screen and fucking drop kick your stupid ass.
No, I was talking about the link to where I could see the full show of Battlefield.
Oh yeah, let's just get more descriptive on the fucking channel about illegal fucking
Battlefield.
Streaming. Battlefield, you got to pay for it.
The thing you talking about, the video game?
$10 a month.
You got to go sign up to Premiere, man. You got to go sign up to Peacock. I don't know about links in this.
Listen, best call-up, because we don't talk about SmackDown, best call-up ever, Pretty Deadly. Number one, hands down.
Absolutely. SmackDown's been good lately. I watched SmackDown on Friday.
They're number one.
I hope
everybody else came up.
I hope you're right, Savage. That you said, look at this. You said even though he's just a little bit antagonistic, Waller's very first feud on SmackDown looks like it's going to be with AJ. If that is not a sign of faith, I don't know what is.
It's 100% a sign of faith, man. You're letting him have a program.
He's
The most solidified guys on the roster.
No, it's not, because look at how they did it with Keith Lee. They brought Keith Lee up. They put Keith Lee in a couple good feuds, and then he was on
that was during the Vince McMahon era.
Yeah, Vince was never going to let Keith get anywhere.
All right, not Bearcat Keith Lee. No, Tony's not going to let him get anywhere either.
No.
Well, they rushed him. They didn't want him to lose the belt. None of us wanted to see him lose the NXT belt. I didn't. Lost it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got called up, and then he was a failure.
He had his moment at Survivor Series and all that stuff, but
yeah,
and AEW exposed him. He doesn't sell for shit.
Yeah,
he doesn't sell for nobody.
You're talking about failure, and look, like I recognize that I like him. Doesn't necessarily mean he's the best thing ever, but I'm like, okay, in WWE, Andrade is a mid-carder. In AEW, he's a mid-carder. At some point, do I have to put my personal bias aside and go, maybe this guy just isn't a main event star like we think he is? Or,
no, he can be. Tony Khan has to do something with him.
Putting him on Collision, I think he is just going to wait out his contract and be like, screw you guys, I am going back to be with
I think Tony Khan better start eating his Wheaties because he's got a lot of TV shows to produce. He has his hands full with Collision, All Access, Rampage, Dynamite. He's got his hands full. We're going to find out what's going to happen.
Listen, you're going to have one show that's going to hit
Dynamite
2 million in the ratings, and then it's going to go.
Yeah. Are we?
The only way
I'm
they're
curious.
getting millions in the ratings if they get CM Punk back. But
Yeah,
listen,
first show's gonna be terrific. Then
I'm curious,
enough.
Savage. Are
just like
we?
Rampage.
Last
Just like
take.
Rampage.
What you got?
Are
What
we
you curious
here in the Savage Kingdom going to cover the shit show that will be Collision? Or are we just going to be like, no, we're good with that?
I don't know yet. But no,
I'm going to say this: there was a lot
talk
of
about it on
wrestling,
Wednesdays.
but nobody talked about Impact, and Impact was freaking good too.
Oh yeah, Impact's always good. Or, well, like,
Listen, Impact was a little over the top for
Shout
my
out to
taste.
Bully Ray. That was good.
That shit was a little over the top.
I liked it.
They were going all out on that one.
I don't know. And I like the Deonna Purrazzo match. I don't know why she's on my top 10.
Ever since they had Dancing Moose with a Sega Dreamcast controller, Impact can't do anything wrong in my eyes.
A lot of this stuff you see on Raw, and Impact and this and that, it's something that they're taking off the independent scene. That move Ricochet's doing, he took that from Casey Navarro.
Which move?
That cutter he has.
Ace Austin could do it.
Everybody takes from someone, man. That's just the way this business works.
So,
and
I got a question for you,
Savage. Too many
Savage.
questions. We're never going to end this show.
So let's pretend for a minute you're his agent and you're offering advice to Casey Navarro. Somebody says, "Oh, Casey, we're looking at maybe, this or that." You're his agent. You're pretending. Where would you tell Casey to sign? Do you think he would be a better fit in WWE or AEW?
I think we talked about this, Savage, but go ahead.
I would think he would go WWE.
I say no one picks him up. Why? Not because he's athletic, he's great, he's all that. But I always told Savage about this. It's something with his character. He has to stand out. That's different than all like the Ricochets out there and stuff.
Yeah,
that's my only take on it.
That's why I'm always.
Well, he's always blessed, man.
Or he's a bad wrestler.
Listen,
it's just that
Casey
I
Navarro
feel like
is always blessed, man.
You gotta be like an attraction. Like Ricochet, when he was a free agent, everybody wanted him because he was this attraction that does a 630 of a spinner that you were like, holy crap, that looks awesome. That's what I'm saying about Casey. He needs to like just something.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see how that develops. But listen, we're out of here, man. You're gone. You're gone. It's over. It's over. We'll be back tomorrow for NXT. You've been watching Wrestling with Savage, and we appreciate you. Make sure you like, subscribe, share my shit. Share my shit. Go on my YouTube page. Go on my shorts. Go on my reels. Share my shit. Nice Tiffany.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, present you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Wrestling. Oh my God. Well, Savage. Let go, Savage. There you go, buddy. Wrestling with Savage.
Go! We're here live with MJF Small, and her son, the greatest wrestler in the world, is going to win the AEW World Championship tonight, and there's nothing anyone can do about it!
This is Speedball Mike Bailey. You're watching Wrestling with Savage, arguably the best wrestling podcast of all time.
You smell nice. All right.